Two men with a passion for the sweet science. Two men with all to play for when it comes to 31st of May. The people's champion from the north, the people's enigma from the Midlands. Naveed Central, George Johnson, welcome to The Gloves Are Off. Gents, 31st of May, it's around the corner. It's been a fight. It's been in the murmurings for a while. I'll come to you first, George, seeming as you've travelled a fair bit. Come from all the way from Manchester.
Yeah.
What was it like for you growing up in Manchester?
Same as usual, do you know what I mean? A bit of trouble and that, but just stay away from it. Obviously boxing and that, you stay away from it. That's what kept me out of trouble.
Of course, got a couple of the alright kids.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a bit different for you, Naveed. From Birmingham, everyone knows that. You're one of the most, I'd say, known personalities to be fair in Birmingham.
Some people hate me, some people love me.
Some people don't, but we'll get into that later, don't worry. But, you've heard George, obviously him, tried to stay out of trouble. Boxing was his sort of thing. What was it like for you growing up in Birmingham?
Growing up, we had to fight on the streets of Birmingham, bro. That was it, simple as that. You know what I mean? Like, there was no staying away. It was like, for example, I went to a grammar school, and then I grew up in a ghetto area, so I had people trying to call me a nerd when I was a kid. So I had to smash them up. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So they did try it, and then we'd end up doing it, and then that was it. And obviously, it's not about me just saying it. Obviously, you've got the camera there, you can see certain scars here. You know what I'm saying? You can see there, been stabbed. We've been through shit, so that's why when I get into the ring, whenever I'm with my opponent, whichever opponent I've been with, that's when they realise, because if you ain't ever had a street fight before, you ain't got the dog in you. That's how I see it.
Of course. And obviously, George mentioned his boxing sort of upbringing. I'm going to come back to you, George, quickly, but did you have that sort of upbringing with boxing, martial arts? Was that sort of in your upbringing, would you say?
Yeah, I tried different things. I did a bit of Thai boxing for some time as well, right, yeah. And obviously, the boxing thing I've got into mainly because obviously this is like the scene right now. But in my opinion, obviously, for self-defense, I reckon Thai boxing is amazing. That's true.
Of course, you got the Bruce Lee.
Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I was going to say, maybe he was your idol maybe growing up.
Don't think, feel nice. You know what it is? Obviously, it's not that he's my idol. This thing is a cool T-shirt.
Okay. And
I think Bruce Lee is a legend. And the thing about him is, he was a skinny guy, very lightweight guy, but he was, he had power, and I like that because I'm not really a big guy. But, growing up, I had a lot of fights with people, even though, when it comes to boxing, you might look at certain weights, but when you're having to fight on the streets, most of the people weren't my size, right? I was having to fight a lot of big people, and the thing is, that's how Bruce Lee was. It was anyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah, be like water, that was one of his favourite sayings. George, obviously, Naveed didn't really have that sort of boxing upbringing.
Yeah.
So, this love for boxing, where did it start from?
From my granddad. Obviously, do you know what I mean? I've got a passion for boxing, he's just in it for money. You know what I mean? He's seen Misfits and that's what you want, innit? Misfits is what you want.
Did you know what? There's a bit
that's why you're promoting all your brands and that. Do you know what I mean? Swag.
I'll tell you something, yeah?
Cheap Poundland.
The difference is this. Right now, I get paid good money for the brands that I get sponsored by. Including my T-shirt, a D-squared T-shirt. It's not just some Bruce Lee T-shirt. Does that make sense? Not no Primark thing. But the thing about it is
Cheetah Mills fans.
Right, yeah. Interesting, right? You probably go and buy fakes, but not me. But listen, let me tell you one thing right now, bro. You've grown up saying you've been boxing your whole life.
Yeah, I have since age
Okay,
12.
well, you don't seem to have any fucking boxing IQ from the fights I've seen, and I'll be real with you.
Yeah, well, you're going to see.
So
you're going to underestimate.
I'm not underestimating anyone who could take 1 point to change anything. What I'm trying to say to you is, right, yeah? Like, for example, my coach, right, yeah? We just sit in the bag right now. That guy,
yeah, but he's
been trained since he was a kid. That guy's sick.
It's not your coach in the ring with you.
In the room with you is going to be someone.
It's me and you in the ring. It's me and you in the ring.
I'm going to be real with you, bro.
Boxing's a lonely sport. Your coach don't matter in the situation.
I don't give a fuck. The way I'm going to see it is, look, when we get in that ring, I'm going to be real with you. I ain't got a problem with you right now. If you got a problem with me, you probably have.
There's no problem, but obviously
when we get in that ring, bro, it's war. And when you're saying, you have to stay away from the trouble, I understand that. And that's one thing I do like about boxing, because it keeps you away from the trouble. But what I will say is that when you get in that ring, for example, every single one of my opponents, they've seen something.
What, two opponents?
When they're in the ring with me.
Your two opponents, so you drew against and won against an 18-year-old, was it?
So, okay, no, so I don't want to
Let's talk about that, guys. I've got a question for you. So obviously, you're talking about your previous two opponents. George mentioned him, Zahab. There was a lot of talk before the fight about Zahab. He was very, very pumped to fight you. He was looking forward to that knockout. Didn't really rate.
Let me pause you there. Hey, look, 18 years old, Mike Tyson was heavyweight champion of the world at 18.
But you're not Mike Tyson. You're not Mike Tyson.
And you're a flop.
You're not Mike Tyson.
You're looking at me, bro.
You're
going to get smashed up. You're going to find out Mike Tyson. Let me tell you that. I promise you, bro.
Muscles don't mean shit.
Don't know muscles. You're already thinking about muscles. I'm not talking about that.
What, your roids?
Bro, you're talking about roids? Are you stupid or you lamppost? Listen, when you get in that ring, bro, I'm telling you now,
Get in that
bro.
ring,
You're going to
know
regret
about
it. I'm
out.
promising you.
Well,
I'm
no,
promising you,
let's speak about this one more.
Let's speak about this one more. When you get in that ring,
what
I'm
about
telling you.
taking 5 rounds?
That's a parliamentary procedure.
Taking about 5. No,
Take the 5.
5. Okay, let me explain 5. Okay. Are you better than an Olympics fighter?
I'll go 5. It
No,
don't
are
matter,
you better than an
Olympic
Olympian?
or what. It don't matter
Okay,
Olympic or what.
Are you better than an Olympian?
It doesn't matter about Olympian or what.
How many rounds did they
I'm
fight?
game.
How many fights did they fight in the Olympics? Rounds?
You tell me, I don't fucking
You don't
watch
even know,
it.
and apparently you ain't boxing. Hold up, you go around boxing, you don't even know how many rounds there are in the Olympics. What?
Because I don't watch the Olympics.
If you've grown
It's
up
a
around
much
boxing,
different sport.
if you've grown up around boxing, you would know about how many
but I'm
rounds
on
there are in the
about-
Olympics. You don't even know how many rounds there are.
I mean, amateurs, no. So
How many
I don't need to know about
rounds
the
are they?
Olympics.
How many rounds
I
are
don't
they?
need to know
You
about.
don't even
You're
know.
acting like you're smart. I don't give a shit.
But is
That's the
everyone
thing, I don't
fucking
give a
knows?
shit.
3
But,
rounds?
Why are you avoiding the question?
Three-
Fight me in 5 rounds.
Olympics, 3
Fight me
rounds,
in
3
5
minutes.
rounds.
You're gassed
Why
out
are
in
you
all your
avoiding? Why are
fights.
you
You're
avoiding?
gassed out and you
No,
throw
I'm
2
not. No, I'm
punches,
not.
bro.
Every single fight,
You've
man, I can
thrown
still
1 or 2
breathe after
punches,
it.
bro. Simple as that. You got
No, I
gassed out.
haven't. That's funny, That's funny, That's funny,
Bro, but let me tell you that
Make
now.
it
When you
5
get in the
rounds
ring with
then.
me,
Make it
Guys,
5
guys,
rounds
yeah,
then.
yeah, ready with
See,
my
you
work
won't make
rate.
it 5.
Professional style, 3 rounds.
Let's
That's
have a
it.
make it
parliamentary
5.
procedure. Come on. Back to the question. Obviously, you fought Zahaib. I thought it was quite a good performance. I was there in commentary.
Yeah.
And considering Zahaib was, very much pumped for that fight.
Yeah.
I thought
And he was talking shit.
But let's get back
He
to the
called
fight.
me out.
Let's get back to the fight.
I never called him out, he called me out.
Let's get back to the fight. How did you find your performance?
I'll be honest with you, I'll tell you straight, bro. Zahaib, you look, good young lad, right here. After the fight, I've spoken to him. I said to him, I said, look, he underestimated me and he even told me, he messaged me after, he goes, look, you know what, I'm going to be real with you, I weren't ready. He goes, you had a lot of power. He goes, I weren't ready for it, but I respect you. And look, I'm not going to say that in terms of he's a wimpy guy. Look, I respect him for getting in the ring. I just go, look, pick your opponent wisely who you're going to fight, right? Don't think, like, for example, me, I don't think I can break everyone. Certain people are saying to me, I'm getting certain boxers trying to call me out with certain belts or whatever. Actually, certain boxers have had like 28 fights. And I'm turning around, I'm not stupid. I'm not, why the fuck am I going to jump in the ring with someone when I know there's levels to boxing? And the problem with boxing is, this scene is right now, is people have egos and they think, I can beat him and they'll fight anyone. But they're not thinking, hold up 1 second. He might have looked okay because the guy who he fought with, or, he might be just levels above you, but you don't realize it.
But how did you fight for that night itself? How did you find your performance? Be honest.
That fight, that performance, I'll be honest with you, right? He just kept trying to clinch me, but the good thing was because I've done Thai boxing, I knew how to get out of it.
Okay.
Right, yeah? But at the same time, I was happy with that fight.
No, definitely. And I think with George, he's a different kettle of fish in terms of styling. Obviously, George, I'm going to come to you. Naveed mentioned your last fight. You're sort of blowing, especially on CSL. Obviously, since then, you've had a fair few fights. I'm going to go back to that Contender show. You fought Janae Davison. I was there in commentary. I personally felt as though you did win that fight.
Yeah,
How
definitely.
did you think that fight went?
Blown him out of water. First round he took, but do you know what I mean? I always give him a first round, give him something to fight for. But he didn't win. It weren't even a draw, do you know what I mean? Everyone saw it, everyone's reaction knew it weren't a draw. So I'm here now to prove it right.
No, of course, and since then, Naveed has been slightly more inactive. You fought a lot more since then. You fought Estot. A lot of people were very impressed with your performance in that fight.
I reckon Estot won that fight.
We'll get into that, Naveed. We'll get into that, Naveed. Don't worry, I'll get your opinion on it. But, George, how did you find that performance? Considering that's your most recent one.
Estot, thing is, you can say he won, but the thing how it works with judging in white collar, who's pressuring more, who's controlling the ring. Yeah, Estot won the first round, I won the second and the third because I pressured him. I controlled that ring. And
pressuring more, so that's why you're running back every fucking 2 seconds.
But weren't I catching him with a shot every time he came in? Like
How many shots? One shot?
Well, it weren't one shot.
How many shots do you throw? One, 2 shots?
What?
You best throw more than 1 or 2 shots at me.
Oh,
I'm telling you right now.
trust me,
I'm telling you. I'm promising you, bro. Trust me, more than one. Because if you miss that 1 shot, bro, let me tell you, you're gonna.
Question. So, obviously, you said you felt as though Estot won that fight. Are you just saying it because George is in front of you, or do you genuinely feel as though Estot?
I'll be real with you. In this fight, I met. He was at the press conference on the last one. I didn't even see him there, bro. I'm gonna be real. I didn't even realize
something out. I didn't even know who you was.
Okay, cool. But the thing is this, yeah. Okay. But the thing is this, that Estot guy, right? He showed me love, right? Yeah, on the day on the press conference. So now the fact that I'm fighting this guy and he's regardless, okay, if a win's a win, cool. Even if I believe he won, if you won, you won in it. I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to be a dickhead. I'm not going to say, what I'm trying to say, yeah? Okay, if you won, and I'm happy for you. And you know what? It's an amazing feeling when you win. And you know that. It's an amazing feeling. But the thing is, this fight, hopefully, I'm going to end up breaking you. And Estot's going to see that and be happy inside his heart and be like, you know what? Nav, thanks for that.
Well, let's make it 5 rounds then.
What?
You want
Let's
to
get-
beat?
let's get- let's get into
Three.
5 rounds.
You
Let's
can
get
finish
into the
it.
5
Thing
round
is that
question.
I'm saying 5 rounds. You're saying 3 rounds.
Three
Finish
threes.
me in threes,
So
then.
you want
Finish
to
me
do,
in
no,
the
hold
three.
on. You want to do 5 twos?
No, 5 threes.
You want to do 5
I wanna
threes?
do 5 threes.
Okay, interesting. Let's see if you get past 3.
Oh my, well, it's not going
But
to
here-
matter.
let's
I
get-
want the
let's
5
get to that
threes
question,
now.
Guys,
I
let's
want
get
the
to that
5
question.
threes now.
Let's get to that question.
I've already beat you.
So, George,
I've already
George.
beat
You've
you.
already beat
I've
me.
already beat you.
I'm going to
I've
stop you
already
in this
beat
fight.
you. I've already
I'm
beat
going to stop you in this
No,
fight.
you're not. You ain't
You're
gonna
going to,
stop
I
shit.
got boxing background. You don't even know about Olympics.
I don't need to know about the
I'm
Olympics.
telling you
I'm
now,
in the
bro.
Olympics. No, I'm in
I'm
white
telling you
collar.
now. I'm looking
I'm
at
in
your
the
face.
Olympics.
You're going to get in that ring and you're going to regret it. In the first round, make eye contact all you want. I'm telling you, when you get in that ring, bro, you're going to know in your head, you're going to say, oh, fucked up. I'm telling you, that's what you're going to do.
Is that what it's gonna be?
And you're
That's
going to
what
think in
you're
your head,
gonna be
you're going to go
like.
back
That's
to your
what you're
corner,
gonna
you're
be
going to
like.
sit there and say, yo, fuck, I didn't realize, like, shit, what the fuck have I put myself through? And let me promise you that, bro. I'm telling you now, look at my other fights, even that fight with Zaib, you'll see. Was it shit? Really?
Yeah, it
He did
was.
fuck all, mate. He did fuck all, bro. And the thing about it is, I'm going to break you
You ain't going to do shit.
more than anyone ever. What you'll see. You'll see.
Let's get
Because
back to
everyone
let's
thought
get back-
S. Dot would, but S. Dot didn't do anything.
Order. This ain't the House of Lords or the House of Commons. Let's
He
get back
beat
to
you
it.
in that fight.
He didn't.
George.
What do you mean? Show me. You don't
George,
trust me, but I'm not a
George,
dickhead, man.
Let's get back to that 5
You get
round
me?
question then.
I'll go with a
have
boxing
you
background,
always-
not even
have you-
Olympics.
Have you always wanted 5 rounds for this fight?
Yeah, I said it to Raheem. He went, oh, it could be a title fight. I went, make it a title fight when I want 5 threes.
5
And the
threes.
thing is, I saw your coach at Peaky, and he even said he wants you to do either 4 or 5, but you won't even take the 5. But why is that?
Naveed, you're in front of the man right here. He's asked you there. Why do you want 5 rounds?
Okay, I'm gonna be real with you, right? Yeah. In my head, I like 3 threes because that's what I've been training for, right? Based on my last fight, they were 3 twos. Now we've increased it to 3 threes. So in my opinion, it's just this guy gets gassed out in his fights anyway, right? So if he's talking 5 threes, he's gonna give it all the talk and get gassed out anyway. Me personally, I'm looking at myself. You know, what runs am I doing? You know, how am I training? So if I'm training for 3 twos or 3 threes, I'm not going to be a stupid idiot like him and turn around and say, let me do 5 threes and then look like, you know, I'm getting gassed out. Forget that. I'd rather do my threes and I'm going to smash you up in them 3 rounds, inshallah. Simple as that. I'm either going to...
Because that's all you know you've got.
I'm either going to smash...
That's all you've got.
And
in
you
you
get
is
smashed up in
3
them 3 threes.
I'm not going to get
You get
smashed
smashed
up.
up. Promise you.
I ain't going to get smashed
Promise
up.
you.
I ain't going to get smashed
Promise
up.
you.
Let's talk about the fight now.
Inshallah, you're getting smashed up, bro. Watch. Promise you, bro.
Obviously, fight night. What have you been working on for this campaign specific for Naveed Central?
Well, I know he likes to come with a bit of pressure, so obviously, right, he likes to come down with his head down a bit. And that's, you still have your little, what we call now. You know, when you do your Thai boxing, you've still got some of them bits in there which you've not really ironed out yet.
Interesting.
So,
Naveed, what do you see in George Johnson, especially compared to your previous fighters, where you're thinking, okay, this guy might give me a bit of trouble on the night?
To be honest with you, I'm going to be pretty real with you, right, yeah? All respect to anyone who gets in that ring, right?
Always.
But at the same time, I believe I'm going to fuck this guy up.
No,
Simple as
but
that.
do you not see anything like he's coming from a bit more of a boxing background? I'd say he has a bit.
He ain't come from shit, bro. He's lying, bro.
come
Well, I'm
from a
boxing
bit more-
background, bro.
he's come from a
He
bit
ain't,
more
no, he
pedigree.
ain't, man. No, he ain't,
With
man.
the
No, he
facts-
ain't.
the facts
he
are
ain't,
there.
he ain't.
He has more pedigree.
What facts are there?
He has more pedigree.
What facts are there?
Let me finish. He has more pedigree than your previous opponents. He has more experience than your previous opponents. So, based on that, do you not feel as though he has something different to offer than your previous opponents?
The only thing that he's got to offer probably is he's a little bit taller. Right? Simple as that, yeah?
Does that not concern you, the range?
Bro, listen, let me tell you something. I've sparred, let me give an example, yeah? You know, I'm not here to give any tricks or tips away,
No, of
anything like that,
course,
saying, oh, he puts his head down or something like that. I'm not, I'm not stupid. That's how stupid they are. They'll tell you what the game plan is on the spot, yeah?
Yeah, 'cause I'll
cool.
tell you the game
That's what I'm
plan.
saying, because you don't know
I'll
shit about
tell you the
boxing,
game plan.
right? But let me tell you something. What's the game plan?
what?
What's the game plan? You're going to tell me the game plan. What's the game plan?
I've just told you.
What?
Watch when you put that head down. Watch when you do it. Just watch when that head goes down.
Continue, Naveed. Come on.
Amazing. You're going to come with an uppercut. Interesting,
no,
okay.
no.
Well, so what are you going to come with?
Just wait.
Wait.
Just wait.
You're going to throw it out. Trying to throw it with the right hand. You'd like to do
Well,
the
the
lazy
thing
one,
is,
lazy
every
one.
time one of them right hands have landed, they've wobbled. And that's the thing, this right hand has got power.
You think my right hand ain't got power?
Oh, lad, who's wobbled?
You're going to get hit. That's you.
Yeah, we'll
exactly
see.
you.
No one's wobbled
Exactly you.
me. I fought 17. My last fight, he didn't even come out the corner after the second round. That was 16
Let's see if you come out of the corner after the second round.
Yeah, we will.
Let's see if you come out of the corner. I'm telling you, bro.
will.
Listen,
We will.
I'm promising you here. When
Oh,
you get
well,
in that
make it-
ring,
make
bro.
it 5 then.
When you get in that
Make
ring,
it 5.
stop talking shit about 5.
Make
You
it
got 3
5.
threes. That's
Yeah,
it. We're
'cause
training
you're
for 3
shitbagging
threes,
it.
right? Yeah.
You're shitbagging
I'm
it.
going to smash
You're
you in the
shitbagging
fight,
it.
yeah,
You're
and that's
shitbagging
as
it.
simple as that.
You're shitbagging it.
What did you find out? Simple
Make
as
it
that.
5 then.
I want to
Three
go back to
threes.
something you said earlier. Naveed, when we...
Let me give you an example. I was smashing up the last guy, and at the end of the fight, his corner tried saying, "I'll still do 4." Why the fuck are you going to do more rounds for the sake of it? You know what I mean?
Of course. Let's go back to what I was going to say. So, when I introduced, I said you're the people's enigma when it comes to Birmingham, and you said Marmite. I think that's a fair representation. Some people like you, some people they love you.
Yeah.
Some people, they look at you and think, "Oh, I don't want to know anything about that." Where did this come from? But everyone knows your name. That's one thing I will say.
You know, it is me, bro. I'm just a real guy, bro. I don't talk shit and I just do my thing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, some people like you. When you're an outspoken guy and you believe in yourself and you don't give a fuck what no one thinks, people don't like it. And then I'm doing an example. You know, I used to always say to one of my best mates, you know, he had a different life. He went in and out of prison his whole life. But the thing is, when he was younger, he used to get bullied, right? Obviously, you can make faces like that. I grew up in Aston.
No, just because you go with on.
I can go on if I want, bro. Simple as that. It's my turn to talk, bro. So I can go on if I want. But anyways, yeah, bro. So obviously now, in and out. Now he used to get, before whatever happened, he used to get bullied when he was younger. You know what I'm saying, yeah? Now, obviously, I go to him, I go, listen, I go, you're a big lad. I go, you'll smash certain people up, bro. I go, just fucking, you know, he did a bit of training, got into Thai boxing, started fucking everyone up. In the end, he became one of the hardest guys, one of my best mates, yeah? Now, the thing is, he ended up taking it around the wrong path, though. So he ended up becoming a bit of a bully and then, you know, selling whatever and doing certain things and then ended up going to prison, right? Whereas me, I always feel like when you're a confident guy and you feel like you can stand your ground and do what you want, you ain't gonna give a fuck what next man thinks. When I walk into a room, I don't think you're better than me. You know what I'm trying to say, bro? Like really and truly, I couldn't give a fuck who you are, so I just do my thing. If I feel like dancing, I'm doing a dance. If I feel like doing this, I'm doing this. Because that's my life. You know, people are insecure because they're thinking, oh, why is next man gonna think about me? That's because you ain't lived your life like shit, and that's what you're thinking. What is he gonna say? Because people are gonna say, fuck him, bro. I live my life. I had my own battles. I have to go through my own shit. You know what I'm saying? So why the fuck do I care what next man's going to say to me, bro? Fuck him. They ain't even my life. They ain't paying my bills.
That's one thing I'll always say about you, Naveed, is that a lot of people should take that page out of your book about how you don't care what people think. And I think that's a good thing. George, I mean...
Well, I've always said it. Why should you give a fuck? Do you know what I mean? If you're so bothered about what other people think about you, do you know what I mean? You're putting too much energy into shit like that. Do you know what I mean? Put your energy into yourself.
At least we've got a commonality here between both of you guys. Don't care what anyone else thinks, which is always good.
Yeah, as I said, look, I ain't got a problem.
There's no problem, but end of the day, it's fight game, innit? You know what I mean? After it, we'll shake hands, it's respect. Like I've said with everyone,
when you're in the squared circle, the tension's always right.
Look, I'm going to be real. I'm going to say this, you get me? We're on the camera. Obviously, there's a bit of tension is happening because we're fighting together. We're going to fight. But the reality is this, you get me? Whether someone's thinking or whether we're cool or we're not, the reality is this. He knows this, I know this. When you get in that ring, regardless, you could be best mates, right, before the fight. When you get in that ring, it's war.
100%.
He knows in his head, okay, I'm coming to take his head off. He's thinking in his head, he wants to take my head off. As he's saying, you're going to put your head down and he's going to go for me. So he wants the win as bad as I want the win. Simple as that.
Let's put the belt on it.
Do you know what I mean?
Let's put the belt on it. We make it 5 rounds. You could have a nice shiny belt wrapped around your waist.
I'm not here. You know what? I'm going to be...
4 rounds? Could we come to an agreement?
Right, four threes.
4 rounds.
4 threes.
Do you know what? We're training for 3 threes. And that's what we're training for.
Do you not just go for as many rounds as you can when you're training 12 rounds?
No, you'll see it.
I train 12 rounds.
Who are you sparring?
What?
Who are you sparring?
You're not going to know them from Macclesfield, are you? From Birmingham.
How many fights have they had?
What?
How many fights have they had?
I don't really ask them questions, Naveed.
So you don't even know who you're sparring and how many fights
I do know who I'm sparring. I just don't know how many fights you had. Do you know what I mean? I go to the gym to concentrate on myself, not to concentrate on other people.
No, because they ain't going to put you in the gym. How many fights have you had?
Me? 6 now.
Okay, so you reckon they're going to put you in the ring with a guy, spar a guy who's had 30 fights?
Yeah, we would.
Interesting.
Do you not spar with your coach?
Do I spar with my coach?
Do you not spar with him?
Technical
well, there you go. It's the same question. How many fights has he had? How many fights has your coach had?
Okay,
if I don't know my shit, how many fights
I'm going to be real with you. I ain't going to talk shit. He's had about 21 or 22 fights. Right, yeah? Okay, cool?
21, 22?
Yeah. Now, the thing about him is, right, there's levels. I can't do... When it comes to sparring him, I don't even... He only spars me with his jab, and I'll be real with you. And I can't get him. And I'm being real with you. I can't, because he's so good. And there's levels. So if I'm just going to come into the fight sparring certain man who've had that many fights on an elite level, you're not going to learn shit. This is why it matters who you're sparring for your fight.
You do learn when you spar.
No, you don't. Because
that's the numbers game.
You don't know anything about boxing. You don't know anything about boxing.
This is the fight game. We're at the numbers game. I'm the accountant here. You guys are the fighters. We're not talking about that. Let's get 31st of May, a few weeks away. I want your final predictions. I'm going to come for you first, Naveed. What happens come 31st of May?
31st of May, obviously we're going to get in that ring. It's an absolute, well, in my head, I'm coming in there for war, bro. Simple as that, yeah? Look, this guy's coming. He wants to win, right? I want to win. I want to go in there. The same time, now he's talking what he's talking. Now he's saying, oh, yeah, well, I want to do this, I'm going to do that. Something, okay, cool. So let's see. You get me? I'm telling you, when I go in that ring, inshallah, I'm going to smash this guy up. And after the first round, I reckon within the first round, he's going to realise, if it goes past the first round, he's going to go back to his corner, he's going to sit down, and he's going to think, fuck. And the guy that he's talking about, my coach, that's why there's levels 2 boxing, because it's not about me sparring my coach, it's about me learning from my coach. And my coach isn't just some random fucking shit coach, bro. He's the second best amateur coach in the UK, amateur boxer in the UK right now, and he's been in the ring. He has been in the ring, and he knows exactly what it takes.
That's him, not you.
Who's your coach?
You've
Who's your coach? No. Who's your coach? Who's your coach?
We're not here about a coach.
Had your coach ever fought?
It's about me and you. It's me and you.
Your coach matters. Had your coach ever fight before? Had your coach ever fight before? How many?
I don't fucking go. Like, I'm not you.
You don't even know.
People. I'm not like you asking people.
Why are you going to learn off a guy and you don't even know what his credentials are?
It's me and you in that ring.
You can learn off a guy who's shit.
It's me and you in that ring.
So why do they know? What do you mean
Nobody
you don't know?
else, it's me and you.
I'm coming to the question.
Are you looking over that?
I'm looking over. Fucking when I look over there, why you got problem? Are you getting jealous? You want them insecure guys? Like, he's gonna say to his girl, "Why are you looking over there?"
Jealous? I came here on me once.
What?
I came here on me once.
And what?
That's
I'm
the
not
thing.
looking there. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care about anyone, bro.
Fuck up.
So man, you shut the fucking dickhead. Don't talk to me. Don't talk shit to me, bro.
One question.
We're in the ring right now, bro. I'm telling you right now, bro. Trust me.
I gave you your time. I'm gonna give George the final word.
Know that in your head, bro.
The fight prediction for this fight. You've heard what he's had to say. What happens 31st of May?
Well, is it 4-3s or 3? Let's make it 4-3. Let's meet in the middle.
Why do you keep trying to divert from the conversation?
George, forget it. George, what happens 31st of May? We'll talk about the rounds afterwards, but what happens 31st of May?
I win on points. Like every single fight I've had, I will not be dropped and I will take you back the full distance and we'll see who's fucked at the end of it. Because the thing is, you have to sit when you get back to your corner. I stand there.
I don't want to sit anymore.
You're not going to sit anymore, no?
No, I'm going to sit. Why am I not going to sit? You think I got something to prove to you? I can sit if I want.
Yeah,
the world fucking champions sit down. Who are you fucking you, bro?
World champions fighting 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Not fucking 3.
And yes, they did. In the Olympics. In the Olympics.
There you go.
In the Olympics, they sit down.
In the Olympics.
Do you think you can be an Olympic fighter right now?
I don't think I can, no.
There you go.
I don't think I can.
So they can fight 3 rounds?
There you go.
So what are you going to say to them? Same way, 3 rounds.
I'm not going to go speak to some Olympians about boxing when I know there's a fucking level to boxing.
But you got boxing pedigree, but you don't know. You don't know how many rounds there are in the Olympics. But at the same time,
I don't need to know that shit because this ain't.
You don't need to know.
This ain't a playground. We've had the conversation. 31st of May, not long to go. Do we get a shake of the hands before this ends?
No, after the fight.
After the fight, shake of the hands?
Yeah,
look, if he's saying after the fight he wants to shake hands,
that's fair.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to be real, obviously, as a Muslim, you get me, I'll always pull out my hand to someone, but at the same time, if he feels like that, I completely understand that, and at least you've said it. And you know what? I rate that because you could have done a cheeky little trick, and you know what I mean? But look, as I'm saying to you, look, this is what I'm saying right now.
Final word,
the final word, I know what I'm fucking talking about. Fuck it, yeah, listen. Look, outside the ring, okay, this shit talk or whatever, okay, there is a bit of hostility. We've never spoken before, right, yeah? But the thing is, whatever this is, right, in the ring is going to be war, and I want you to be ready, bro. Right?
I'm ready.
And hopefully by the ring, you're going to know how many fights your coach has had, bro, and what he's done. And you know what? Big respect for your coach, because he's involved in boxing and everything. But at the same time, you know, you should know this shit.
We will see. 31st of May, Naveed Central versus George Johnson. No stalemate, no ceasefire. It's going to be war, and you do not want to miss this one. 2 men in an absolute war. 31st of May, Medway Sports and Social Club. Naveed Central, George Johnson. This is going to be a barnstormer.